No, that is really cool. Definitely worth the hike. It wasn't a hard hike, it's just so far back here. It was so hot in the beginning, but now the sun's behind some clouds and the wind's blowing, so it really doesn't feel that bad. Great view from up here though, just beautiful. Great shot right in the heart of the Needles. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah. Yep.
So today I am headed to Canyonlands National Park in Utah. Canyonlands is one of my favorite parks, mainly due to how remote the area is and the lack of other hikers that you will encounter. As I make my way there, I'll pass different landmarks such as Newspaper Rock, and then of course, the infamous North and South Six-Shooter formations. It truly feels like a different planet out there. As we get closer to the entrance of the Needles District, we pass the North and South Six-Shooters. Of course, the North Six-Shooter was made famous by Rena Ozturk free soloing it. Now, Canyonlands National Park is enormous. It is broken into 3 districts: Island in the Sky in the north, the Maze in the west across the Green River, and then of course the Needles District in the south, divided by the Colorado River. Now, we will be spending our time in the Needles District today, where we are hiking to one of my favorite arches, Druid Arch. I parked at the Elephant Hill parking area, and we'll be heading south through Elephant Canyon to reach Druid Arch. The actual hike itself is roughly 10.5 miles round trip, and will gain anywhere from 800 to 900 feet on this. Now, if you have a good 4-wheel drive, high clearance vehicle, you can approach Druid Arch from the west using the Devil's Pocket Joint Trail area. Now, distance is roughly the same. It may save you about a half mile or so. You still got quite the hike. I made a quick stop at the Needles Visitor Center because of their temperature is 105. So you have to expect the temperature in Elephant Canyon and the rocks to be much hotter. Nice elderly woman that worked there that I talked to suggested that I sit this hike out, but I did mention that I really enjoy hiking in hot weather, and I was equipped with plenty of electrolytes, frozen water bottles, and other survival gear. Anyway, I also let them know my coordinates that I'd be parking at and my final destination, since I was hiking solo. As I approached Elephant Canyon, I couldn't help but to notice the potential for this place to be an absolute waterfall haven, especially during a flash flood. Unfortunately, this place averages only 6 inches of rain per year, and definitely weren't going to see that today. See where all those rocks just fell right out of there. Looks like it fell and broke that part. Look how deep that is. So that skinny, tall column you see there is actually Druid Arch. Due to it facing west and east though, and we're approaching it from the north, and you won't be able to see the actual arch itself in its true form until we're right on it. Now, the last quarter mile or so of this hike is probably the most strenuous portion. I was really feeling the heat at this point, and the scrambling stuff was a little bit difficult. And as you make your way up and get closer to the arch, you'll see a little bit of exposure, a little bit of height, so if you do have a fear of exposure or what have you, tread carefully. We have finally arrived at our destination, the 150-foot tall Druid Arch. No, that is really cool. Definitely worth the hike. It wasn't a hard hike, it's just so far back here. It was so hot in the beginning, but now the sun's behind some clouds and the wind's blowing, so it really doesn't feel that bad. Great view from up here though, it's just beautiful. Great shot right in the heart of the Needles. Druid Arch is an amazing Cedar Mesa sandstone formation that looks much different than the typical crescent-shaped spans you're used to seeing in the southwest U.S. This is also where its name comes from, as its appearance is likened to the formations at Stonehenge, which is believed to be a Druid temple. The arch towers 450 feet above the floor of Elephant Canyon. Tired, my feet hurt. There on the horizon you can see those big old buttes. That's the northern portion of Canyonlands, the island in the sky. That's the southernmost portion of that. So the Colorado River is between us and the northern portion there. Beautiful. It's been a good hike. It's been tough. It's been very good, very worth it. I'm whipped, man. I've seen like a total of 6 people since I've been on this hike. Great view from here. You can see the LaSalle Mountains on the horizon. You can even see North 6 Shooter right there peeking up.
Alright, I'm back here. I went just like this. That was a ways.
In closing, this was a great hike and I would definitely do it again. Be advised, I did see a mountain lion on the road as I drove out of the Needles district. What an amazing day in Utah.